What are you without your name? Strip away your wealth, burn the flags, disband your armies, take everything, and one thing remains: your reputation. It's not just what people think, it's what they believe when you're not in the room, what they fear, what they whisper. This is Law 5 of power. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life, because when your name is gone, so is your power. Reputation is not reality, it is an illusion that behaves like truth. A man may be loyal, but if labeled a traitor, he dies a traitor's death. A woman may be wise, but if painted a witch, she burns. Reputation is the armor that guards your presence and the dagger that can pierce you when you least expect it. Marcus Aurelius once said,
"It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own."
Even the wisest among us bowed to the power of perception. Because power is not always about truth, it's about belief. Niccolo Machiavelli once said,
"It is not essential that a prince should have all the good qualities, but it is essential that he should seem to have them."
What they see is what is. What they fear is what matters. Reputation isn't your face, it's your myth, and your myth is your power. Sun Tzu once wrote,
"All warfare is based on deception."
Rome, a republic on fire. Two men stand atop the ashes, Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus, Pompey the Great, and Julius Caesar, the man becoming myth. Pompey had the titles, he had the armies, he had the trust of the Senate. But Caesar had something far more dangerous. He had the people, and he had the image. Julius Caesar wrote his own war diaries, glorified propaganda disguised as truth. He staged elaborate returns to Rome. He made himself the story. Julius Caesar once declared,
"It is better to create than to learn. Creating is the essence of life."
He wasn't just creating victories, he was creating a legend. Plutarch once wrote,
"He so surpassed all others in energy and daring that his enemies believed him capable of anything."
Pompey was murdered in exile. Caesar returned home to a throne. His myth had conquered the republic. A reputation is not built overnight. It is assembled like armor, like a mask, layer by layer, until it becomes who you are. Let's break down the principles behind every powerful name. First, repetition is reputation. Say it enough, and it becomes truth. Act the role long enough, and you become it. The world will cast you in the myth you rehearse. Second, crush rumors in the cradle. The first whisper must be silenced. A rumor allowed to grow becomes a legend, and legends are harder to kill than men. Third, power is contagious. Stand beside strength, and its shadow cloaks you. Stand beside scandal, and you will share its shame. In the minds of the crowd, association is identity. Reputation isn't won by truth, it's won by control. Control of image, control of rumor, control of narrative. And now, let me show you how a girl became a saint because she knew the power of myth. She was born into nothing, no title, no crown, no army, just visions. That made her dangerous. Joan of Arc claimed to hear voices from God, and somehow, France believed her. She led troops into battle, convinced a prince to crown himself king, lifted the morale of an entire nation. Why? Because the myth of Joan was stronger than the armies she led. Joan of Arc once said,
"I am not afraid. I was born to do this."
She wore no armor, yet stood at the front. She claimed no power, yet kings listened. Her reputation, not her sword, was her true weapon. But power invites fear, and the myth she created became too large to tolerate. So they called her a heretic, put her on trial, tried to break her with shame. Her accuser, Bishop Cochon, warned,
This girl is dangerous. Her words move men like armies.
She was burned at the stake, publicly, to make an example, but her reputation would not die. She was canonized as a saint, her name revered long after her enemies were forgotten. This is the power of narrative, of belief, of identity forged by reputation and lit with divine fire. In our world, power isn't worn in armor. It's coded in algorithms and broadcast in 280 characters or less. And no one plays this game better than Elon Musk. He is not just an entrepreneur. He is an icon, a meme, a god of modern myth, the genius, the madman, the alien on Earth. Elon Musk once said,
Brand is just a perception, and perception will match reality over time.
He launches rockets and headlines, tweets jokes, and sinks stock markets. He controls perception with the ease of a stage magician. Every appearance, every interview, every leaked moment carefully feeds the myth. Whether chaotic or clever, it is always calculated. He stands on the tightrope between brilliance and breakdown, and the crowd watches, spellbound, but reputation is a double-edged sword. The same image that made him could one day destroy him, because myth is volatile, and gods fall harder than men. Let us speak of those who wore the crown, only to lose the name that gave it power. Warren Buffett once said,
It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it.
Let's begin with a golden boy of golf. Tiger Woods once admitted,
I was living a lie.
a perfect champion, fallen by scandal. The myth broke. The sponsors fled and the name cracked like glass. Then came a man who controlled Hollywood until the lights turned on. No quote, just silence. His name erased from studios, his legacy drowned in disgrace, and Lance Armstrong, the cycling god, unbeatable, untouchable, until the truth unmasked the illusion. Each of them once untouchable, each of them now a warning. Because reputation isn't who you are, it's what they believe you are, and belief can turn faster than fire. Who are you, really? And who do they think you are? What name walks into the room before you do? What version of you? Are they applauding or plotting to destroy? You must craft it, shape it, defend it, because your name is not a label. It is a weapon, a shield, a sword, so wear it well. Let no one define you, let no one stain it, and when they try to bury it, make sure they choke on your legend. This was LAW5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. In the next law, we weaponize absence. They say reputation is everything, so leave yours below. One comment, one name. Let's see who dares to be remembered. Subscribe or fade.